All right, so this MMA that me and Paul are running just made $18,000 in July. Finally, last time I made a video on that, it was December or January when we made 11,000. It was back in Dubai, and coincidentally, I also moved apartments with my girlfriend. Let me show you the view. Pretty sweet out here. There we go. Still mountains of Georgia. Still ripping it here. But this video is more of an update and me documenting stuff. Thanks to Jansen. Shout out. Quick life update. Right now I'm here at another B&B for like 2 weeks. Then after that, my friends are coming over to here. We're gonna go do a like 3 or 4 day motorcycle trip with, spending nights somewhere like in different cities, different places, probably doing some fire, just camping and whatnot. Then after that, we want to go to Batumi, to the seaside. It's the city in Georgia that's located on the sea. It's very beautiful. I've been there a few times, but I've never lived there per se. So we're gonna stay there for a few months, and then there is a plan to leave the country for winter, go somewhere warm, maybe like Vietnam or maybe Dubai. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. The plans are really exciting. So back to the business. All right, let's see. We got 2 computers here. We need the tracker. So me and Paul sat down and just analyzed what happened in this month. What was the reason that we did good? So, hope I'm not showing anything forbidden. Okay. So for the total, what we saw, this column is total revenue from a client. Here's the thing, we've been running around 10K a month for, so that's October, November, December was not, January, February was not, March, April. So for about 8 months, I believe, we were sitting at around 10K a month, give or take. And what happened this month is it was a fairly average month in terms of sales. Like the amount of new clients that came in was average. Then what happened is this guy,
Client 1.
And
Client 2.
they came in the first month they paid us 4,900 and paid 4,300. This guy still owes us some, by the way. But the main point is that all the other clients, they were doing fairly average numbers. I mean, nothing too crazy. And what happened is in July, we've tested out a new offering and we actually got onto something with the performance. So now the guys that are coming in, they're able to pay us way more and quicker. Like the barrier of entry got lowered so much that they don't have to spend the ad spend anymore and anything like that. So this is what did it, and now we're actively pushing to get more clients like this and launch them quicker and actually like get the cash. So for the next month, the goal is 30K, by the way, mark my words. I don't know if we'll make it exactly on the dot, but we'll go high. We'll go high. We'll get to the 50. That's for sure. So the month, while it was fairly average, we actually ended up making more and breaking a new record just because of that. So now we kind of sat down, looked at the expenses, looked at the everything, we're dropping more money on the ads. We figured that the most important thing will be actually getting the volume of sales calls. I mean, that's that. Like, honestly, so the way our business is separated is pure 50-50. I'm on the front end, Paul is on the back end. He's handling the clients, the CSM, he's building out the funnels, he's testing out the ads and whatnot. B2B ads we're doing together. I don't even have an ad account, so he takes care of that. I'm making the video ads, sometimes just helping out with stuff. But other than that, it's me on the sales, him on the back end. Sales wise, I've been doing like 33 shows a week for maybe, let's see, let's look at the calendar. This week so far, actually none, which is ridiculous. Last week, only one show. That was terrible. The week before that, 3 shows. The week before that, 3 shows. The week before that, 3 shows as well. So it's like it just has been going like this. Is by the way, he came in 1st of July. You know what I'm saying? Like one show just here, and this is also a client that got closed. So my metrics have been fairly good. Like my show rate has been 45%, which is a little bit lower, but it's livable because I've been trying to scale my company with like 25% show rate before. My close rate is anywhere between 20 and 25%. So July it was 25%, June it was 20%. So it just stays consistent over months. And the only thing that's a constraint right now is really the amount of appointments. Because even when I'm doing the dials and I'm like calling through the old leads, not much stuff comes out of it. And really what we are focused on is running better B2B ads and getting more appointments. So now let me dress up, maybe just sit on the couch and talk a little bit about the future plans, just the vision and like where we're moving towards. Because this is actually getting interesting. Like the numbers are starting to work out. Like you're seeing the how the metrics affect the business, and I was genuinely surprised to how much it actually inspired me to do better. Like I started taking care of more optimization things that I didn't touch for a while and whatnot. So like, it's interesting. Just give me one sec. All right. By the way, this thing hurts like a motherfucker. Hopefully it's gonna be gone soon. So my feelings, or what do I actually think after making the 18K? I mean, it doesn't seem like, oh my God, such a dream, huge number. I mean, I'm kind of past that. Like with the 10K, I already knew that it's gonna be bigger because it's surprisingly easy to make 10K. You just make a few news. I mean, it's literally like 5 clients that pay you 2K. It's not, I mean, it's not that big of a deal because like even one time you can make it easy. It's a little bit harder to make it consistent because you gotta keep delivering. But transparently, the way it happened is we had like probably 7 new clients come in, and some of them started cooking immediately, so then set up fees and whatnot. So like it was just fairly easy. Now with the 18 here, because the rate at which new clients were coming in was 2 to 4 new clients per month, which meant, and July we got on like 3 new clients in. So at that rate, I mean, it's like I said, it's fairly standard rate at that ad spend. So we're scaling that now. We're doubling. Yes, we are doubling the ad spend in order to get more appointments and more sales there. Turns out there is no magic behind it. It's not some unbelievably like hard, not doable thing. It's just, you know, you just keep going, and then the shit starts working. You keep optimizing, you keep testing, you find an offer that works, you just sell enough of it, and there you are. And even with that, this is not our max capacity. Like we literally sat down last weekend, for 3 hours, just looked at our full capacity. Like if every single client, performs to their like actual real ability, they pay us on time and everything, we have new clients coming in, we are sitting at like 35-ish thousand dollars for a month. Of course, it doesn't always work out perfectly, but the point is the numbers are there. Like we just need to carve them out, just like a sculpture. You know what I mean? And from the sales perspective, maybe Paul is gonna make a video like this from his perspective. But from the sales perspective, what it does is you just start looking at the people differently. What I mean by that is, because I talk to a lot of these guys, contractors and just business owners, you can see when someone is BSing. Like a lot of people will tell you the greatest story of, how they want to build this business and how, they're like ready to work. They're gonna do what it takes and everything. But in reality, they have never done any marketing for their company. They have no clue how that actually works. They have no idea how the metrics work, how the sales process works and everything. And In addition to that, they're like a one-man show. They're running all the jobs. They just feel like a hero because they do everything, they know everything. But in reality, they're just kind of like full of shit and they're never gonna actually buy it. Whereas you hop on the call with someone who runs, few mil a month, they don't give a shit. Like they've worked with tons of agencies like that. You're just another test for them. If you deliver good, you stay. If you don't deliver good, you go. Very simple. They pay more, they actually sell good, like they know what's going on in the business and things like that. And it becomes easier to talk to those people because one of the persons I've shown on the calendar was a great guy. We had a nice chat, and I mean, I actually enjoyed talking to him. And he told me he was in a corporate job, like he has never really like done much marketing. He did do some things that were unsuccessful, and it was just kind of like uncomfortable to do something for your own business. And I can understand that because like when you're just starting to grow, like it's harder to look at those things. Another guy that not Lano, another guy just told me, you know, it's uncomfortable because now I have to pay for something I never had to pay before. Like the guy was working off of referrals for the longest time, and now it just didn't work out anymore the same way. So he had to do something. Props for him actually taking step on that. But like, this is what I'm talking about. These businesses sometimes can be tricky to work with because they don't have these systems built out. They know their craft, but they may not necessarily know the exact sales process, have a funnel built out, with the sales reps doing their thing and everything like that. Whereas some of the clients we got, they've got multiple locations, they've got multiple sales teams, they've got, 20, 50 reps on the team that need to run like 3 appointments a day. So like they need and can do like, 50 plus appointments a month, which like we are not always even able to deliver like in full, right? Because I mean, this is what I'm talking about. And now when you start seeing this difference, your ICP, this ideal customer profile becomes clearer. It's not like you're trying to sell anything to anyone anymore. It's like you're actually hopping on that sales call to qualify them and to be like, okay, well, is this guy really gonna do good? Or, is this company really gonna do good? Like, are they good for this product, for this service? Because some are just transparently not. And we actually do not close those people anymore. That's the reason the success rate went up, and the guys that are coming in, they're actually starting to pay off and actually do good. Because right now, let me even show you. There's the guy that came in with a franchise, Up Closets. Literally, Up Closets. Oh, SL Renovation, okay. Very, very new client. He just came in, let me see here, on the 14th of July. This is when we just like did the onboarding and everything. Paul sent the Dropbox link and whatnot. 14th of July. This Saturday, which is, let's see here, August 1st, he already closed someone for $16,000. This guy runs custom closets, so they're oftentimes much cheaper and like lower priced. So that's pretty good. And then, I mean, if you look at that, like the clients that just keep staying with us, I mean, they're doing good. Like they, if I show you the guy from White, literally he came in, a few weeks in, closed one for 22,000. Working on the price for Willia. That might be another 25. I think he closed that one for sure. I don't remember if he closed the other one for 35. But essentially, the guys that are coming in, I mean, they're like actually getting the results, which is crazy. Paul is a fucking legend. I know so much work was put into it, and like actually making it good and optimizing and talking to these people and making sure that they actually close. Another client of ours, I remember he told me, he started like getting the estimates from us. Everything is good. Let me close that balcony. He's doing the estimates, and then he kind of say that he's not closing anything. So Paul sat down with him on the weekend for a few hours, just talking to him about the sales process, turns out the guy said that I don't really know how to do it. Like he used to, as far as I understood, he used to be a carpenter where they're putting 3x on the price just like that. And he was putting 3x on the price for decks, which is, I mean, it's not really applicable to the market because the price becomes so high that, I mean, it's just not doable for the people, right? So he was doing that thing. Paul kind of put him on some game, explained how to do it better. Literally, I believe like the next week he got a yes, he closed someone, and we are yet to get a testimonial from him, like for the website, for the VSL and pages and everything. Crazy. I mean, this like it transitions from, you know, oh, I don't know, my clients are not closing something, you know, is it something that I do wrong? Like, is something bad? You know, the product is bad, they're churning, blah, 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 to like, okay, we know our guys are closing. We know what they're doing that they're closing. If you're not closing, we know exactly which things might be the issue. You know, we're looking into them and looking for a hit. You know, once we find it, we literally solve it and shit starts working. Like there is no magic behind it. It's such a pleasant feeling when you understand that you can figure it out because it's been the literally most unknown thing to me for the longest time. And again, shout out to Paul, like he's the legend. He's actually making these clients' lives better. I mean, it's so pleasant to even sell these things to these people because you know, like when they'll come in, you know, they'll be taken care of. Like it's not just, you know, justified because before when I was doing it myself, you know, I was sitting at like maybe 3-4K a month tops. Like that was, you know, 4,800 was my max when I was by myself. It was more of a, okay, well, you know, they need ads, I give them ads. Like if they're not, and I'm trying to do good, but like if they're not actually closing, if they don't know what's going on, I mean, it's on them, right? And then, you know, the moment we start working together, like we hit the 11K, you know, we start actually doing better. Like it creates such a good compound for just everybody. It's really nice. And all that, just on the side note, you know, before ending the video, it's not all bees and flowers. There are clients that came in that we had to refund, that we are yet to refund, that did some prepaid appointments or like whatever performance that we were not able to deliver, that we're yet to deal with. And we will. It's a part of the game. It's not fun, but honestly, getting those clients in was the exact thing that led us to this offering that works perfectly fine. So in the end, I choose to be grateful. I mean, we're fine. We'll keep going through that. And, you know, you lose some money, you make some money. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, as long as, you know, you're not hungry, you got somewhere to live, you know, you can actually move towards bigger goals and, like, actually build something. Like it's not like like of course the toys, you know, the cars, like the, I don't know, gadgets, you know, whatever stuff is fun, but like the thing is that it kind of also moves into shit, I actually want to build something out of it. Like I want to see bigger numbers, you know, I want to keep growing, like I want to see it compounding and like starting to grow even more because of the things that we implement. You know, I see that, oh, we did this thing, it impacted this metric that much, and you know, now the revenue grew. And like the fact that it's all tied to the money, which is such a big, huge, important thing in our world, is so nice because you actually feel like you're doing something that's like first need, like first importance. That's beautiful. I'm really grateful for the game. Like I'm really grateful for all the effort that we're doing. I'm grateful for Paul's effort. I want to keep pushing. Like we keep growing. I will try to make some more videos, and the next one should be an update for when we make 30K literally in the next month. All right. If that don't happen, then I'll come back with a 50 in, you know, X amount of months, whatever. It's gonna grow, it's gonna be good, and I'm actually excited. So stay tuned.